So, another variety meal for y'all. My niece Gabby is manning the camera, doing a great job. And part of today is short ribs. We're doing everything easy peasy. So I've got them ready to go here. I've got bacon fat from some bacon I made yesterday. Don't throw that stuff away. That makes everything good. I'm going to put some Redmond sea salt. Keep it simple. If you're good with spices and want to add some more on there, go for it. We'll give it a smack. Flip her over. And a little more. Redmond salt is bomb. I'm sure all of you know that by now. Good flavor, good minerals. Okay, give her another little tap tap. Get our stove on. You don't need too much fat. I mean, you don't want it splattering all over the place. And you'll get a little fat out of the short ribs. I love short ribs because they're just tasty and tender. We're going to cook them in the crock pot with just a little water. Make its own broth for about 4 hours. And then later, Gabby and I are going to put together some shrimp, little pork belly, and whatever else floats our boat at the time. You'll find out when it's all over. Big surprise. Okay, so let's we're just gonna get a little brown on it. You know, if you're really like got a crazy day, you don't even have to do that, but it looks nicer, makes the broth look nicer. This puppy right here was one chunk, so I had to cut it in half so we could get our cook time about the same. And I'll eliminate this. Of course, we washed our hands ahead of time, so it's my food, I'm eating it, not too worried. But I don't want to be disgusting. Alright, we'll come back when this is brown. Didn't want you to get right through that. We have everything brown. I flipped around all sides. Get the heat off. I'm going to transfer them over to my crock pot now. That's a nice cool handle. Just going to line them up. So we are in Kansas right now. Home of my niece and her husband and my brother-in-law. Part of the reason for this channel is in honor of my sister, the bundle of perfection in my life, Kathy. Kathy just passed away from breast cancer, and that's why I'm here. And Kathy and I have been working on health for many years together. So we're dedicating all these healthy meals to my sister. We're just going to put water maybe a third of the way up. Then we're going to cook them, for me, about 4 hours. So get back to you later when we get all our other goodies incorporated. Take care. Welcome back, everybody. The short ribs are done. They've been done. We lost our camera woman for a little while, so they should be really good and tender. And they look really pretty. And you know, if you don't want to just use water, if you want to put bone broth or beef broth, whatever in there, you're more than welcome to do that. But I mean, really, look at this broth right here. I mean, that's pretty nice. So, we've got this cooked. And now we're going to get our couple of other varieties of protein going. What we're going to do tonight is a simple shrimp and some pork belly. So I'm going to come over here. I've got the handy dandy kitchen shears. Can you tape it from there? I don't think you'll be able to get me from back there.
I can.
It's crazy long. Can't you walk over here? Let's see. get. You have to excuse some of the mess. There's been a lot of people coming in and out since my sister's passing. A lot of food being cooked. So I'm sure you guys are nice enough to be acceptable of that.
It's not that big of a mess.
No, but
It's like this most of the time. Just the butter out and all of our
well, we didn't
appliances.
hang the pots and pans up and things like that. So my sister, Kathy, she was gotten breast cancer 10 years ago. Up until then, she was also a type 1 diabetic. So food was a huge discussion on a regular basis. Growing it yourself, keeping it clean, keeping the process out. But as the years went by, as you can see, I'm still big. My sister was still having a time, especially with the type 1. And we actually came on to Dr. Ken Berry, who I know all of you know. Awesome guy, informative guy. And we both really felt after doing our homework that this made sense. My sister had to play with it a little while, trying to get it balanced out for everything she was, she wanted to be healthy for cancer. She wanted to keep her diabetes down. So, I tell you what, her numbers were never so low and she was never so in control of her type 1 as when she followed as close as she could to a carnivore diet. And we really felt that we had hit onto something right before she was diagnosed with the cancer returning. She said, I think the only way this is going to work is to go completely carnivore again. I know she would want me to get back on track with this and get it figured out, so that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to take you guys with me on it. So I'm going to get this browned up. I know, I'm not being neat or anything here. I'm just not that fussy. But we'll come back when this is browned up a little bit. See you in a minute. So I'm just putting some Redmond salt on this pork belly slices. It's a change. I usually am a woman that likes her heat. Red chili flakes, hot sauce, so on and so on. So I'm finding my mouth is wanting more salt now that I've eliminated that. So we're getting near done with this. And then we'll get started with the shrimp. Actually, I can start that right now. I bought this big bag of jumbo shrimp at Walmart. And what's cool about it is I just kind of go in there at night, grab a handful of what I want for the next day, and just let them thaw out in the fridge. And then, you don't have any going bad. Well, there's this crazy kitty that runs around this house that would love nothing more than to steal my shrimp. So these I bought them intentionally with all the goods on the outside, so it kind of takes me longer to eat. Push myself to be a little more mindful of eating, because I'm prone to being a quick eater. All right, okay, our pork belly, I think, is done enough. It's getting kind of late. So I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to reuse this grease because, yeah, I mean, it's off a pig, right? And then I'm going to just put a little butter. When I told you I'm doing this as easy as possible, I wasn't kidding. So we're going to set this here. I'm going to take a little of my Kerrygold butter, which I know a lot of you know what that is about. That's just some good stuff, right? I'm just going to flavor up this pork fat here. And then I'm going to plop these in, and we should have some nice shrimp in a matter of a few minutes. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I'm not used to cooking on this stove, so a little bit of a learning curve here. So, you know, good variety. We're going to have short ribs with some nice broth, some nice plump jumbo shrimp, some pork belly, so there's some textural differences, there's looks, there's color, and more than likely I won't eat it all. What I don't eat, I just incorporate into my meal the next day. So get back to you in a second. Okay, beautiful thing about shrimp is they're so fast. I mean, you know, not everybody likes seafood, but I dig some seafood. I know you're supposed to mostly do like rudimentary animals, but if I'm looking to do this long term, I know me, I'm gonna need a little variety. But these short ribs over here look really good. I just put a little sea salt. I behaved. I kept my chili flakes off of it. So yay me. My sister wasn't much of a hot person, so ever since I was a kid, I've had to have hot sauce everywhere I go. I get teased about it. I got a bottle of hot sauce in my glove box in my car at all times. People's houses I'm going to go to all the time, I buy hot sauce and put it in their fridge. Okay, now, Miss Cameraman, you can come over here. We're going to get our bit of, you know, that's what's great too, you guys. If you haven't done carnivore before, one of the most favorite things about it for me is when I'm locked in and I'm really entrenched in the lifestyle, you hardly get hungry. You are not craving 24/7. I'm just going to have one of these puppies, and if I'm still hungry, I might put a little broth in the cup and have it later, actually. Look at that. And look at that shine. Tender. Look at that. That's just bomb right there. I'm just saying. So we got pork belly. Short ribs. Now growing up, I would have considered this not a healthy plate because we were always told you got to have a variety of color. But now that we're learning so many new things now, this is starting to look better to me all the time. All right, let's come back here. We're going to get our shrimp. They are done.
They're looking as yellow as a crispy fry.
All right. Thank you, Miss Gabby.
So you do have some color. You got the dark browns, the light browns, and you got the dark browns,
yellowy orange,
the
right?
light browns, and your yellow.
You know, that Kerrygold butter definitely helps a little with that. And I mean, if you want to pour some of that fat on there, hey, feel free to do so. I'm going to use it. I'm going to cook something else in it tomorrow. So everybody, appreciate you joining me. I hope you bear with me while Gabby and I learn what we're doing. And I'm going to eat this for you. Bon appetit. Good night and see you next time.
Yup.